no data. Here. I had data. Oh, it's something in this. Maybe I shouldn't use it. I won't use my headset.
No, use your headset.
No, I can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear.
It's iffy. Weird. Something just said, at first it said no data, now it says excellent connection. Weird. I don't trust this headset.
I don't think the headset would have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. Would you rather have both of these so you don't have to bend over?
Fine.
That was weird, but I had no data.
Tanner Rubio, we need you at the scorer's table. Tanner, scorer's table, please.
David might text you. That just showed up. That blue. Watch out for the floor if you're laying on it. That was weird. I guess it's okay. I don't know.
Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check. Test, 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 test. Is it coming up good on there? check, check, check. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in from a warm and windy night outside on the east side of Waterbury, Connecticut, to the Edward D. Bergen Complex, specifically the Crosby Palace, as we have a senior night matchup between the 13-5 Crosby Bulldogs hosting the 3-14 Wolcott Eagles. And what we hope to be a fun and entertaining NVL matchup. It is senior night, so we are about a minute away from the senior night ceremonials for the 4 Crosby seniors who will, in all likelihood, see the starting floor tonight. But we will bring you and walk you through the senior night ceremonies as they unfold. But stay tuned now. This is DET Sports Media, broadcasting live on YouTube, Waterbury Boys High School Basketball.
Welcome to Crosby High School, home of the Bulldogs. Here we are at Jelly Gym, getting ready to celebrate our Crosby High School seniors in their final night playing home. And to get us started, I'd like to introduce Debbie Vassar.
Thank you. We'd like to thank Vice Principal Kathy Newmark and AD Dave Irano for your ongoing support. Thank you to all the cheerleaders, but especially our seniors. Tequila
So on the
Spencer
microphone for,
and Izzy Figueroa.
on behalf of the seniors and Crosby, is Debbie Vassar of the Crosby Booster Club, announcing the families making their way to the floors with the seniors. First up, Chris Spears and John Rivera handing off
At this time, we'd also like to acknowledge
some
the
gift
local
baskets to the
Congratulations
seniors on the cheerleading team, and also congratulating the seniors on the Wolcott team,
the Woken seniors.
as Wolcott, a team of many seniors, 6 to be exact, all rise for their moment.
I'd like to hand the mic over to Nick Augelli, our coach.
So now the mic being handed over to Coach Nick Augelli, who will say a few words.
Thank you for Wolcott for living through a senior night. I know it's tough to just sit there, but it's very special. I know your senior night was special also. First of all, it's been an up and down season all year. Last year with the COVID, it was a terrible time, and hopefully we're going to get through this season without any interruptions. We have 4 seniors this evening. Only one senior has really played for 4 years. That's Trayvon Dunbar. Trayvon, raise your hand. We also have 3 other seniors because of injuries and other things that happened along the way. Didn't play all 4 years, but they've been part of the team for 4 years. They're great leaders. I loved coaching them. And that's John Rivera, raise your hand. He's the 2nd leading scorer in the state for shooting. We have Gus Viola. Gus. And we have Chris Spears come along with the Spears family of basketball players. I'd like to also introduce my 2 assistant coaches. I've been coaching over 51 years. I don't look that old, okay? But my 2 assistant coaches, Larry Cadito, Larry, raise your hand, Larry. And Bill Mahoney, they've been with me for over 30 years. And this lady next to me over here, she's been with me forever, and she planned this whole senior night. She's been part of, her son played basketball here, and she's been part of the Crosby family for as long as I know, and I couldn't do it without her. She's been great. Thank you. I also want to introduce our 3 videographers. Jade Santos, where are you? Jade, stand up. Francis Diaz. And Elena Marie Rivera. Thank you, girls. They've been great. And our statistician, who I rely on a lot, he's a great football player. He played all NBL quarterback in football, and that's Tanner. Stand up, Tanner Leo. And now I'm going to have Debbie introduce the seniors. Thank you again. Enjoy the game.
So now the mic being handed back over to Debbie Vassar of the Booster Club, announcing Gus Viola.
Samira Jimenez, his mother, Augusto Viola, his father, Michael Viola, Justin Santana, Michelle Gill, Eddie Santana, Elvis Santos,
As
Gabriel Viola, and Anaya Viola.
so the families being announced now as they walk onto the court to meet their senior basketball player who poses for the photo op mid-court. Looks to get the start tonight. That's Gus Viola, number 35 for the Bulldogs. as the pictures keep on being snapped.
Number 4, Chris Spears, met at half court by his father, William Spears.
So next up for the Bulldogs, Chris Spears meeting at midcourt with his family. Chris Spears, senior, stretch guard number 4 for the Bulldogs, being met at midcourt. Also with John Rivera, leading scorer for the Bulldogs. They all meet midcourt for a photo opportunity. Balloons and flowers to round the whole thing together.
Number 12, Trayvon Dunbar, met at half court by his mother, Tina Davis. Javon Dunbar.
So next up, Trayvon Dunbar at midcourt, met by his family.
Kion Davis, Jaron Jones, Price Rice,
for his photo opportunity.
Aston Hobbs, and Zaire Allen. Congratulations.
So Chris Spears, the 4-year senior, played all 4 years in the Crosby program, from the freshman team to the JV team all the way up to varsity. Here he is now getting his moment at center court with his family accompanying him for the moment.
And number 1, Jonathan Rivera.
And now the moment, alone at midcourt with his family, John Rivera, leading scorer again for the Bulldogs. Chris Spears coming with him for this picture. As Rivera's family meets him at midcourt.
Congratulations.
As the photos continue to snap for the leading scorer of the Bulldogs as he gets his moment at center court. To conclude the senior night ceremonies, all families and other players will join them now for one big, happy photo opportunity.
Congratulations to our Crosby seniors.
So that concludes the senior night festivities here at the Crosby Palace, as once again honoring Gus Viola, Trayvon Dunbar, Chris Spears, and John Rivera. The backbone of the Bulldogs campaign this year, senior leadership, both on and off the court, culminating here at this moment, preceding the game against the Wolcott Eagles as they await another chance to warm up, because after that long ceremony, another 4 minutes put back on the clock for the teams to get loose again in preparations of this Naugatuck Valley League matchup. So we will be back in another 4 minutes as the teams will warm up again for the opening tip. This is Waterbury Boys High School basketball on DET Sports Media. So welcome back in, folks, as the clock on the warm-up time ticks close to 0. We have an NVL matchup between the 13-5 Crosby Bulldogs coming off of 3 straight losses after a hot start to the season, facing off against the struggling Wolcott Eagles at 3-14. As these two teams, close in proximity, face each other at the other end of the anthem and the warm-ups, or anthem and introductions, excuse me, on the other end of it.
And now it's time for our starting lineups. First, I'd like to introduce the Wolcott Eagles. Number 1, Terrence Stevens. Number 5, Carol Taiwa. Number 13, Devin Wagan. Number 21, Alex Fort. And number 23, Matt Cole. And now it's time to introduce our Crosby Bulldogs, starting with number 14, junior forward, Jason Robinson. Number 4, guard, senior, Chris Spears. Number 12, senior, guard, Trayvon Dunbar. Number 35, senior, guard, Gus Viola. And number 1, senior, guard, John Rivera.
So that's it for the starting lineups. Starting 5 for Wolcott, Terrence Stevens, Carol Tawe, Devin Fuegan, Alex Fort, and Matt Cole. And for the Crosby Bulldogs, a senior-centered starting lineup. Jason Robinson, John Rivera, Chris Spears, Gus Viola, and Trayvon Dunbar getting their shine on senior night. We'll start it up for the 13-5 Bulldogs, as this game will be officiated by a veteran crew of Al Kafora and John Taft on the floor. As we look to get this game underway, as both teams hit the stage, center court. Instructions given out by Al Kafora. Tip is up and won by the Bulldogs. Quickly the other way, Rivera hop step through the lane and in, getting the scoring started for the Bulldogs just like that. And it's 2-0. Nobody picking up Stevens as he crosses half court and waits back, as he's defended by Spears, who waits for him to make a move. Inside to Fuegan, missed on the layup with Stevens. Back the other way with it comes Rivera. Pull-up 3 for John, no good off the heel of the rim. Fought for, Dunbar comes down with it, high-energy play. Rivera drives in, skip pass to Spears, no hesitation. 3, no good. And a high flying putback there from Jason Robinson, who got way up on the elevator and tipped it back in for the deuce. So 4-0 early for the Bulldogs. Stevens crosses the timeline, gets it over to Cole, gets it inside to a wide open Tawe to put it in for the Eagles to cut the lead in half with a minute gone on the clock in the first quarter. Now as Rivera shouts out commands from up top, plays catch up top with Dunbar, tries a deep 3-ball, and that one is good. John Rivera tickling the twine from all the way out by the physics department. And extends the lead out early for the Bulldogs as now Stevens handles it up top, gets it inside to Cole. Cole backs down, picks up his dribble, gets it back outside. Now the double team comes. Wild pass outside handled by Fort. Fort bounce passes it right in to Spears, but looks like we have a kickball. Here is Coach Augelli for the Bulldogs questioning who kicked that ball. But John Taft saw otherwise, blew the whistle, and Wolcott will retain possession. Inbounded by Fort to Stevens, now poked away. Spears comes up with it, up ahead to Dunbar. Dunbar flies in for the score. So Trayvon Dunbar getting in on the action with a fast break hoop, and the lead is up to 9-2. Off of the Bulldogs. Tricky defense, playing straight up man-to-man, but trapping. Stevens picks up his dribble now outside to Fort. Fort tries the 3, no good. Long rebound, ended up picked up by Spears. And now Rivera runs in, but misses on the dunk. Does Rivera. And quickly back the other way comes Wolcott. Stevens now up top to Cole. Or sorry, Fort. Fort gets it over to. Gets it back now. And it's stolen away here by Robinson. Robinson comes back the other way. Bullet pass inside. And Rivera makes sure this one goes down for the easy lay-in deuce. Is Coach Matt Craig for the Wolcott Eagles will take a 30-second timeout to try to regroup his guys as fast out the gate. Comes Crosby with an 11-2 advantage early on, 5:26 on the clock in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break as well, come back when the teams break the huddles. This is DET Sports Media, broadcasting on YouTube. So the horn sounds and the players take the court once more. No changes in the lineup for either team as the ball is inbounded to Terrence Stevens, who does a majority of the ball handling for Wolcott as he crosses the timeline. Now Crosby's man defense pressuring the passing lanes well as Dunbar. Is now up top as Tawa. Now Stevens checked up top, a little bit too handsy. Was Chris Spears. First foul of the night will go on Chris Spears as we'll get a side out up near midcourt for Wolcott. So now ball is inbounded over to Cole. Throws a wild pass, tipped away. We'll see where possession goes. Possession stays with Wolcott right in front of their own bench. As Dunbar creeping, trying to get a steal into Stevens. Stevens drives in through the trees, gets fouled on the way, misses on the layup, but will head to the free throw line for 2 as we have a foul here on 35. Gus Viola, it would seem. That is his first, team's second. As the first free throw is up and good to break the scoring drought for Wolcott. Stevens connects on the front of the pair. Now we'll shoot the second one up and leave it short, so the score remains 11-3 now. Is quickly up into the front court as Rivera weaving through the defense, able to lay it in. He's up to 9 now, John Rivera, and the lead is up to 10 with 4:47 to play in the first quarter. Stevens now crossing the timeline, slips a little bit, stolen by Spears, got in the way, drives in and slams it, but another missed dunk for the Bulldogs. That's 2 now. as quickly. Stevens now tries the alley-oop, but it's unable to be handled inside by Fort. Or no, excuse me. That was Cole on the alley-oop attempt. Unable to slam it through was Matt Cole as we have a turnover here. Bulldogs side out will get possession. So now Rivera over to Spears, corner three ball, no hesitation, no good. Robinson unable to come down with the rebound, excuse me. And Wolcott coming back the other way. Stevens accelerates with a foul call. Easy on the whistle there. And the foul on Dunbar. His first. There's now another wild pass into Stevens. Stevens pump fakes into the lane, nearly stripped away. Misses on the lay-in attempt, but it's off of Crosby, and Wolcott will retain possession again. So Forte inbounds it, nearly stolen away by Rivera. Stevens drives and kicks to Tawe. Tawe now drives and kicks. Three ball up air. Would have been air ball if the glass wasn't there by Fuegan. And now Rivera, no look pass to Spears. Lots of contact on the lay-in, unable to finish. And Wolcott comes down with it. Back the other way. Stevens now nearly stolen away by Robinson. Now Crosby's pressure defense making some noise here. And a floater is up and in for Terrence Stevens. Was able to navigate through the Crosby pressure defense. So now a couple of subs rise from their feet on the Crosby bench as Rivera tries a deep three ball, no good. Big board inside from Viola. As now it's stripped away. Fight for it inside, and it looks like Crosby will keep possession. So out of the game, Dunbar. Checking in is Beeman, and also checking out is Viola. Checking in for Crosby, Connie Glenn. The usual starters for the Bulldogs getting back into the action as the ball's inbounded to Spears. Spears now to Rivera. Rivera thinks about getting it to Beeman. Now skip pass to Robinson. Tries the deep three, and that is good. Jason Robinson with the three ball, extending the lead back up to 11. So trying on the give and go, stolen away, tipped away by Beeman. Spears comes up with it. He'll bring it into the front court. Now Robinson navigates in the corner. Hot pass inside, unable to be handled by Beeman. Now as Stevens comes into the front court, drives into a triple team, loses it. Out ahead numbers, Robinson alone will fly up, and finally a dunk goes down for Crosby. 1 for 3 on dunk attempts in the first half. But Robinson able to put that one down. And the lead is up to 13 with 2:15 to play. It's inside now. Fuegan laying power move is up and in for Devin Fuegan as he gets on the scoring sheet for the Eagles as Rivera now back the other way. With a sweet move up top. Kicks it over to Robinson. Robinson misses the three attempt. Spears comes down with it. Now gets it up top to Robinson. Shuffles his feet a bit, but pulls up top. Short on the pull-up attempt. As now back the other way comes Stevens. Stevens tries to navigate around. Robinson cannot foul on the floor. On Rivera, that's his first. Crosby's fourth as a team. It's a couple substitutions now for both teams. Coming in, A.J. Martinez for Wolcott, as well as number 12, Curtis Winters, who receives the inbounds. Now gets it inside the Fuegan, tries the power move again, and is able to bank it in. So 2 straight buckets for Fuegan and the Eagles as they cut the lead back to single digits as Crosby comes back the other way with it. Right into the game now. No hesitation on the action. That was Andre Arrington miss on the three ball. And Stevens tries to sneak it up and in. No good. Arrington with the board. He looks to push 4-on-1 for the Bulldogs. Beeman, power dribble, spins around, up and in. So nice move there by Busy Beeman. Able to take it in on the Wolcott defense. And spin up and in. And with a chance for 3. So Beeman Settles, shoots up and in and completes the three-point play as Crosby extends the defense out full court. Now Wolcott looks to counter it in the backcourt. Martinez breaks it into the corner. Stevens tries the three ball up long on the attempt. It looks like it is off of Crosby. Glenn could not handle it, and Wolcott will inbound it from the Coffin corner right in front of the Crosby bench. As the ball is inbounded to Fuegan. It's now Wolcott works it around, tries on the fly-in. It's Matt Cole getting aggressive there. Taking it to the hole. And another foul there on Rivera. That's his second. It's to the free throw line. Matt Cole on the strong take with 2 free throws to be rewarded. Shot is up and good for Matt Cole with his first point of the evening. Looking to make it 2. The second's up and no good. Short on the attempt. Offensive board by Winters, who is unable to put it in, and quickly back the other way is Rivera and the Bulldogs. Defense is back waiting for him. Rivera finds some space. Sweet moves inside, but it's blocked by Cole. And with the rebound is Martinez, and back the other way. Stevens met by a double team. Finds some space. 3-ball up and good for Terrence Stevens. Cuts the lead to 8, and we're under 30 seconds to play. As Rivera settles in, looks to wait for the last shot, it would seem. As Arrington's wide open, has other plans, pulls up deep, no good. Wolcott comes down with the rebound, and now Stevens will pull it back, met by a double team in the backcourt. Weaves through it and draws the foul. It's on number 13. Condi Glenn, his first. Is a couple substitutions now for the Bulldogs. Melendez comes in for the Bulldogs, as well as Khalif Willard. It's now a wild pass in the backcourt. Hustled in, saved by Melendez, put in, but we have a block inside on Terrence Stevens. Crowd doesn't agree with it. And Beeman will head to the line for 2. So now Beeman settles. Shot is up and no good off the heel of the rim. Now Beeman settles, second shot up and good. So with 4.2 seconds, Beeman connects on that one, up to 4 on the night. Crosby pressured defense, not letting that ball get inbound, and throws it right to the defender. The clock will likely tick away harmlessly. It gets away off the glass. No good on the attempt was Robinson, and that'll take us to the end of 1. As Crosby leads by 9 after a strong run to close the quarter by Wolcott, but the score stands 22-13 as we head to the break after 1. We'll come back. This is DET Sports Media on YouTube. So the second horn sounds as we get ready for the second 8 minutes of this NVL matchup between Crosby and Wolcott on Crosby's senior night. It's the Eagles with a feverish run to end the quarter, trying to spoil the festivities for the Bulldogs. It's now trouble getting it inbounds in the Tawe. It's now in the backcourt. Forte handles it, pressured heavily by Willard. Now a double team ripped away. Rivera with it. Rivera Euro steps around a defender. He scores the bucket for 2, so he wins the race first to double figures for both teams. He's up to 11. The lead is as well in the backcourt. Now as Stevens breaks the pressure inside, thrown right to Robinson, who comes up with the steal and saves it to Willard. Rivera now into the corner. Melendez drives and kicks, gets it back on the baseline. Willard thinks about it, bounce passes to Rivera, misses badly, but a rebound from DJ Melendez. He cashes in for 2, and the lead's up to 13. Swolka breaks the pressure easily. Cole, non-contact, misstepped. Had the open breakaway attempt, but blew a tire on the way and turns the ball over. So a substitution here. Out of the game comes Cole, checking in to the game. Coming off the bench is Fuegan back into the game. Now as Willard brings it into the front court for the Bulldogs, plays catch with Melendez and turns it over with an errant pass out of bounds. Woken will get possession back. Is now out of the game. Beeman. Spears checks back into the game for the Bulldogs. There's now an argument between the coach and the ref, but a travel here by Winters. Turns it over, back over to the Bulldogs. There's Argelli with some words with John Taft of the officiating crew as he's hot. Lucky didn't get a technical there. As the ball is now inbounded to Melendez. We'll get this game back on track. As Crosby runs their sets. Willard now dishes it to Rivera, who draws the contact and gets the bucket and heads to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play. A sweet move there, able to finish through the contact. It's now checking back into the game. Andre Arrington coming in for Khalif Willard for the Bulldogs. As Rivera settles and connects on the three-point play, so he's up to 14 on the night, right on pace for his usual scoring output. Is a dangerous backcourt pass there by Wolkett as they try to break the pressure and do. The double team, though, unrelenting as Robinson comes up with the steal, and Rivera throws it down with authority. Two hands for the senior, and Crosby extends the lead even further out to 18. Now is back the other way. Stevens able to answer with the floater. Up and in, cuts the lead to 16 at the moment. Robinson now thinks about the three. Rivera will take it. Misses on that attempt. A fight for it, saved, but right into Wolkett. Another fight for it off of Spears, and Wolkett will get possession back. It's a couple substitutions now for the Eagles back into the game as Martinez checking back in for Winters. For the Eagles as Taue will inbound it into the backcourt to Forte, who's met immediately by Arrington. As here comes the double team. Errant pass, and it was touched by nobody. So Crosby will get possession off of the turnover by Wolkett with 5:59 to play in the half. So now Rivera up top, directs traffic to his offense, has plenty of space, ends up getting it inside the Robinson. Ball tipped away, but it's stolen right back away from Robinson, who hesitates, gets it into Spears. Power dribble in and fouled. Alex Forte picking up the foul there. Spears will head to the free throw line for 2 as he's wrapped up on the lay-in attempt. So the first shot is up and no good for Chris Spears, the senior swingman for the Bulldogs. So he gets the ball back as Caden Chance checks into the game for the first time for Wolkett. As Spears able to hit on the second free throw attempt is a dangerous inbounds pass. Gets it into Stevens now. As they break the pressure, Taue Euro steps into the paint and good. Carroll Taue with the sweet move through the defense, knifing through 2 steps on his way to 2. And the lead is now 15 for the Bulldogs. Rivera pump fakes on the pass. Robinson dribbles it off his foot, though, and Wolcott comes back up with it. Crossing over through the defense, lofting it up to Taue, who's unable to handle the pass from Stevens, and Rivera now pushing. Tries to Euro through himself, gets it off to Robinson, who misses on the lay-in attempt. Spears fighting for it, tips a couple times, unable to come up with pay dirt, and it eventually comes down to Chance. Chance calls a timeout as he's double-teamed. As we'll have a full timeout here for the Wolcott Eagles to keep possession. So with 4:58 to play, we'll take a quick break. Crosby 32, Wolcott 17. You're listening to DET Sports Media, broadcasting live on YouTube. So the second horn warning the Wolcott Eagles to break the huddle, as they will keep possession 90 feet from their basket. It's Crosby waiting for them in a full court pressure situation. Wolcott having trouble getting it in, throws it right to the defense, but Crosby gives it right back as Martinez comes up with the steal, now dribbling, gets it over to his ball handler Stevens. Stevens, though, stops his momentum and drags that pivot foot. Turnover for the Eagles as Beeman checks back into the game, giving Connie Glenn a rest for the Bulldogs, as Spears will receive the inbound to get it immediately back to Melendez, who directs traffic up top. Gets it up top to Rivero, tries a deep three ball, and that one rattles in and is good. So John Rivera from East Main Street buries another deep three ball. As Taue hesitates, weaves through the defense, gets it over to Martinez. Martinez loses the handle, able to get picked up again, but unable to finish was Fuegan. Crosby, bad decision there from Rivera, turns it over. Stevens now pushes it back the other way, drives, pulls it back, weaves it through, and Chance should have taken that three but did not. Now gets met by a double team, throws it right to Rivera, out ahead to Beeman. Beeman gathers his steps, doesn't dunk it through, but gets the layup there. It's Busy Beeman. It's up to 6 on the night, and back at the other end both ways. Busy Beeman blocking it out of bounds for the Bulldogs. As another substitution coming out, Melendez coming in, Arrington. As Wolcott will inbound it underneath their own basket off of the Beeman rejection. As traffic is directed, and the ball is in, partially blocked from behind, unable to finish there was Fuegan, and back the other way comes Rivera, and the Bulldogs in no rush. 3:45 to play. As he crosses over up top, no look pass in the corner. Spears, corner three ball, air ball. But an offensive board, Beeman through contact, up and good. So Busy Beeman beginning to heat up here in the second quarter. 3:33 to play. Bulldogs up by 22. Now is another fight for it. The double team nearly comes up with another steal. Chance thought about the three, but then tries to hop step through the defense. Too many steps. Another turnover for the Wolcott Eagles. So Rivera now playing with the 10 count, crosses half court alongside his point guard as they play catch up top. Chris Spears dribbles out of trouble now, gets it over to Arrington as they swing it around the horn. Finding some space baseline was Rivera, gets it in the Beeman in the paint. Nice spin move, up and good for Busy Beeman, who's had the last 6 Crosby points. He's up in the double figures with 10 as the defense meets Wolcott in the backcourt. Stepping through the double team, however, was Stevens. Fuegan, short hook, no good. Fight for the rebound, but we have a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Crosby. So with 2:43 to go, Crosby will keep possession. So now up top, swinging it into the corner. Rivera, jab step. Thinks about the step back, but pulls it back as they swing it back around again. Spears will pull the trigger. 3 balls up and good. Chris Spears' first field goal of the night for the senior swingman of the Bulldogs. And the lead is up. Extended. And Beeman coming down with the board again with a chance to extend it even further for the Bulldogs. As Spears now waits, tries another 3 ball, nearly the same spot, misses. Rivera with Guy rebound, tries the turnaround, no good. Spears, big rebound off glass and in. So Chris Spears now thinking, I want to get in on the action. 2 straight field goals for him. And the Crosby lead up to 29 with 1:50 to play in the first half. Stevens now gets it over to Chance. Chance in the elbow extended to Rivera, Martinez. And Fuegan unable to hit the layup, gets it back and hits it in. So Devin Fuegan up to 6 for the Eagles as we have 90 seconds to play in the first half. As Crosby will look to add to their lead now. Spears with the elbow extended, bounce pass up to Arrington, swinging it around, drive, floaters up, no good. Martinez coming down with the rebound again, fight for it, jump ball. This time, arrow going the other way, off to Wolkett. So a host of substitutions now, 2 each for each team. Jason Robinson coming back into the game for the Bulldogs, as well as Khalif Willard, and back in for Wolkett. Matt Cole checking back into the game, as well as Alex Fort. It's now up top. Stevens drives into the chest of Willard, now gets it up top. Alex Forte drives in, unable to finish. But Fuegan, second straight field goal for him. As Wolkett now a couple straight buckets here, 4-0 run as we're under a minute to play. Rivera playing up top against Taue, drives in, hop step, dishes it off to Beeman, mishandles hop step of his own. It looks like we're gonna have a held ball situation underneath. Crosby keeping possession here. There's a nice rejection inside by Wolkett. Is checking out of the game. Taue into the game. Winters. As Robinson looks to inbounds, gets it to Rivera right inside. Skies up and gets the bucket. So he's up to 20 on the night now, 21 to be exact. As the inbounds pass is tipped, Cole now nearly throws it behind his point guard, who jumps, gets it to Cole. Cole inside. And a nice shot there from Matt Cole, able to finish through the contact. And Wolkett scores with under 20 seconds to play, 10 seconds up top. Robinson holding for the last shot, it would seem. Driving in, 3-ball attempt for Jason, and that one is up and good. 10 on the night for Jason Robinson. Third Bulldog into double figures, and that will take us to the end of the first half, where Crosby leads the Wolkett Eagles 51-23 on their senior night, being led by senior John Rivera, second leading scorer in the state, showing you why with 21 first half points. Pacing the way, being followed by Jason Robinson and Busy Beeman with 10 apiece of their own. Chris Spears also on the score sheet with 6. Trayvon Dunbar and DJ Melendez 2 apiece. For those two on the other end of the ball, Terrence Stevens and Devin Fuegan leading the way for Wolkett. 8 apiece for those two. 4 for Carroll Taue, 3 for Matt Cole for the Wolkett Eagles, who will look to cut into this lead in the second half, but Crosby will look to extend it. We'll take a break and come back for the second half of action. This is DET Sports Media, broadcasting live on YouTube. So welcome back, folks, to the Crosby Palace up on Pierpont Road on the east end of Waterbury. As Crosby jumped out to a 28-point lead to bring us to the half, as now we come out of halftime. Leading scorer on both ends, John Rivera, 21 points in the first half. Showing you why he is the second leading scorer in the state, showing out on senior night. Leading scorer for Wolcott, a tandem of Terrence Stevens and Devin Fuegan. 8 apiece for the Eagles, who trail big, but will look to cut into the lead here in the third quarter. As we are set for the second half, the third 8 minutes of action. As Wolcott taking their time, Coach Matt Craig breaking the huddle late, getting his guys motivated. It's on the floor for Crosby, not the starting 5. It is Jason Robinson, John Rivera, Busy Beeman, DJ Melendez, and finishing it out, Chris Spears. As for Wolcott, their starting 5 is back on the floor. Stevens, Tawe, Fuegan, Forte, and Cole. As now they get into their offense, Crosby straight man-to-man early on. As Fuegan, far from the basket, gets it to Tawe, who's met by Rivera. As he looks to drive middle through the defense up, but misses the layup. Is a long outlet pass out to Robinson. Robinson slams it home to start the scoring in the second half for the Bulldogs. A nice outlet there, keeping his head up, was Rivera, and Robinson throwing it down. It's now corner 3-ball high arcing off the top of the backboard. There was Tawe. And possession goes back over to Crosby, now up 30 with under a minute off the clock here in the third quarter. As Crosby playing catch. Spears now 3-ball, no good. Rebounded out by Forte, who looks to push, poked away from behind by Melendez. Possession stays with Wolcott. Inbounds underneath. So now Tawe receives the inbounds. Forte thought about the 3, loses it now. Rivera gets it to Melendez. Melendez lays it in, lefty good for DJ Melendez, up to 4 points in the lead, up to 32. Now for the Bulldogs, the defensive intensity ratchets up a little bit, but weaving through with Stevens. 3-ball attempt, no good from Forte. Offensive board for the Eagles. Tawe comes up with it at the baseline. Reverses up and in. So Tawe answers back, is quickly back the other way. Rivera unable to connect on the 3. Spears can't come down with it. Cole does. As Wolcott, bad pass, nearly stolen away by Beeman, but Stevens come up with it. Up top now, hands it off to Forte. Forte dribbles right, goes middle, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, rattles, and takes a lap and out. No good. So at 6:06 to play, Crosby back the other way. Robinson into the corner to Beeman. 3 balls up and good. So Busy Beeman connects on the corner 3, showing off the range, and extends the Crosby lead out even further. So Stevens now waits, gets it over to Cole, who's way out of his element outside. Pull-up jumper, though, is up, no good. Spears comes down with the board, slapped at by Stevens, but nothing doing. Quickly back the other way, Robinson crosses over, goes middle, skip pass to Rivera, who buries the open triple. So John Rivera picking up where he left off in the first half, 24 for the senior guard. As the man-to-man defense waits up top. Forte drives, kicks outside, swing pass out top. Thinks about going underneath, now gets it to the corner. Forte, 3 balls up and good. So Alex Forte, first bucket of the night, is a 3-ball here in the second half. Beeman jab steps now the other way. Melendez waits, gets it over to Rivera. Thinks about it, pump fakes, now crosses over, finds some more space. Unable to connect on that 3-ball attempt, fought for. Cole comes down with it, but almost immediately turns it over. Spears slaps at it, unable to come down with the turnover. And Wolcott will keep possession, is now checking back into the game, Khalif Willard. Into the game for Melendez and the Bulldogs. Wolcott into their offense. Pull-up jumper up there by Taue. High arcing shot, no good. Cole comes down with the rebound. Another 3-ball attempt up, rattles, no good. Big rebound there from Beeman. Quickly back the other way comes Willard for the Bulldogs. Gets it into the corner. Beeman now tries another 3-ball, same spot. Not the same result. And Wolcott comes down with it. Stevens looking to push. Slips as the chair was pulled on him by Spears, but Stevens still able to finish. And he's into double figures. First Eagle of the night into double figures. And the lead is 31 now with 4 minutes to play. So Beeman now pull-up jumper at the free throw line. Long on the heel. Now Forte coming back with it. Bad pass. Rivera all alone. Reverse slam for John Rivera. All alone. Bad pass there from Wolcott, and it leads to an instant 2. It's now a crossover by Stevens trying to create some space. Drives through the defense. Tries to squeeze it into Cole, who then tries to squeeze it through the 2 defenders. Another offensive board battled around. And it's whipped out. Taue with it, drives into the teeth of the defense, but is unable to hit the layup again. Willard comes back the other way with it, crosses over at midcourt. Thinks about weaving through the defense, but doesn't. Robinson now with it up top, finds some space inside, drives in, but blocked away by Cole. Out of bounds. Bulldogs will keep possession, as Robinson will ask official Al Kafora whether or not there was some contact on the hands. Thought otherwise. Is now substitution for Wilby. Martinez checking into the game. Also, Andre Arrington for the Bulldogs. As Robinson comes in, untouched almost through the lane, able to get the deuce. And Crosby extends the lead out to 33 with 2:53 to go. As a lob pass attempted, no good. Turnover by the Eagles, tracked down by Spears, as now Robinson pushes the other way. Rivera thinks about Euro stepping out, gets it to Arrington. Pulled back out by Willard. Arrington, corner 3-ball attempt is up and good. So Andre Arrington, first field goal tonight is a 3-ball for him. Quickly back the other way, Cole for Wolcott, no good on the 3 attempt. Spears skies for the rebound, pulls it out of thin air, and back the other way come the Bulldogs. Rivera spin cycle up through the paint, no good. And Cole comes down with the board. Stevens looking to push now, driving, but Coach Matt Craig wanted to take a break and talk things over. So a timeout by Wolcott, full timeout for the Eagles. Crosby leading with 2:15 to play, 68-30. We'll take a quick break. This is DET Sports Media on YouTube. Huddles break, and we're back to action. Inbounded there by Martinez for Wolke, who gets it back on the give and go. Takes the contact in the paint. Gus Viola picks up the fouls. We're right back to the action here in the Crosby Palace, as Martinez earns a trip to the line on that drive. So he'll shoot 2. So first shot up, no good. Rattles in and out for A.J. Martinez. Lead stands at 38. 2:12 to play for the Bulldogs on their senior night at home. Second is up and good. So Martinez makes his way to the score sheet with his first point of the night. Cuts the lead down to 37 as a transition 3 is up and good by Jason Robinson, who's up to 17 on the night. Lead up to 40. Now under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Picking up his dribble and getting it into the corner to Martinez with Stevens. Martinez picks up his dribble now, nowhere to go. Lofts it up to Forte. Forte now bullet pass, tries to find it to Cole, no good. Now an outlet for the Bulldogs, stripped away. Nice hustle there for Martinez. Crosby will keep possession, but the bucket was saved on the fast break. Nice outlet pass there from Jason Robinson. As Crosby will have a substitution now, as Kenai Glenn comes into the game for Crosby. Looking to get in on the action as the ball is inbounded by Viola. The senior forward is got back up top by Arrington. Kenai with a nice move there, unable to create some space on Martinez, but still some nifty moves there. As Viola drives, kicks, turns it over though. Stevens the other way. He loses it to Arrington. Arrington comes up with it. As he pushes, they have numbers if they hurry. Pull-up jumper. Nice looking shot there, but unable to connect was Arrington. As it's saved in, Viola had a layup, but now dishes it off. And Kenai Glenn gets the scoring started for his campaign tonight with a minute to play in the third quarter, getting on the board with 2. The lead is 42. Now as Wolkett works it inside to Cole. Cole, nice little spin, but unable to connect on the layup. It's now Stevens slipping around. Looked like he's playing on an ice rink out there. As Martinez tries this turnaround floater, unable to connect. And the rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Pushing it up ahead now, 37 seconds to play. Willard playing catch up top with his point guard. They work the clock, looking to find some space. Wolkett switching into a 2-3 zone. Floater is up and in from Khalif Willard, who gets his first bucket of the night. And the lead is up to 44. 15 seconds to play. Stevens now crossing the timeline, gets it over to Chance. Chance into Martinez. Martinez now to Stevens. Tries the 3-ball up, no good. Off the heel of the rim, tries to find his own. Rebound does. Hits it off of Viola, but that'll take us to the end of 3. So at the end of 3, Crosby leading 44 points as we head to the fourth, 75-31, being led by John Rivera. 26 points for the senior, trying to go out with a bang. As we'll take a quick break and come back for the final frame. This is DET Sports Media on YouTube.
Attention students, please make sure you call for your rides to go home because after the game, you're going to be put outside. So, again, attention students, please call for your rides. You are not allowed to hang out in the building after the game. You will immediately be put outside. Thank you.
So on the floor for Crosby, their usual starting 5, but not tonight's starting 5. Rivera back in the game. Melendez, Robinson, Spears, and Beeman. As Wolke with a similar to their starting 5 matchup, but checking into the game for the first time is cutting me off as John Rivera hitting another 3-ball. Number 2, Lorenzo Stisev. for Wolcott checking in for the first time. It's now Stevens, works it over to Chance, open in the corner for a moment there. It was Fuegan who now pulls it back up. Sorry, that wasn't Fuegan, but a bad pass turnover. Rivera, windmill, but unable to cash in. Transition windmill, that would have been sweet, but he couldn't connect on the jam. It's now Wolcott back the other way. Tawe kicks it out, pump fake. Chance up, no good. Sorry, that was Stevens. Rebound up and good for Winters. So Curtis Winters on the bucket is now a line change for the Bulldogs. Coming into the game, Khalif Willard, Trayvon Dunbar, Gus Viola, Andre Arrington, and Kenai Glenn in for the Bulldogs. As Wolcott, quick timeout, talking things over with his guys. As the lead, 45, 7:10 to play in this one. As Crosby inbounds at 90 feet from the hoop. Crossing the timeline now is Willard. Plays catch out top with Arrington. Glenn gets it inside, but then dishes it out. And ends up getting the rebound as Glenn now pushes it himself, drives into the defense, blocked inside by Tawe. Crosby will keep possession underneath, though. Excuse me, side out now. So Glenn receives the inbounds. Kicks it up top to Dunbar. Dunbar drives, picks up his dribble, gets it inside to Viola. Viola to Glenn. Nice ball movement here for the Bulldogs, looking for an opening. Willard stuck too much, but gets it into Viola. Lay-in, up and good. Gus Viola on the score sheet on senior night. First field goal of the game for the senior forward. And the lead up to 47 for the Bulldogs is now Stisiv gets it over around. Dunbar comes down with the rebound off of the missed three attempt by Wolcott. Now Dunbar directing traffic up top. Wolcott still waiting back in that zone. Viola feeling frisky. Jab step there. As we have a turnover here on Kenai Glenn. Turnover on the double dribble. So Wolcott gets possession back. Couple substitutions. Couple more starters coming back in, but one checking out. Back in Forte and Fuegan for the Eagles. Checking out Stisiv. Quick action for him on the night. 5:57 to play in the fourth quarter. And Stevens crosses the timeline, gets it back, give and go, floats it up and good. So Terrence Stevens up to 12 on the day, leading scorer for the Eagles. Cuts the lead to 45. So Crosby works it around Arrington. Back over to Willard. Willard back inside. Glenn through the contact, unable to finish. But he earns a trip to the free throw line for a chance at 2. First free throw up, no good off of the back iron for Kenai Glenn and the Bulldogs. No substitutions here, so he'll settle for the second, which is up and good this time. So Glenn up to 3 on the night, 5:35 to play. Stevens bringing it back up timeline. Bad pass nearly turned over. Trayvon Dunbar with the near steal. Wolcott keeps possession, though, in front of their own bench. Inbounding a dangerous pass. Picked up by Forte. Forte pulls it back. Thinks about a 3, nowhere to go. Another bad pass there. Stolen. Willard pushes. Finds some space. Gets it up off the window and good. So Willard's second field goal tonight. Nice move there on the fast break. Finds some space. Now Stevens driving right in the middle. Foul call, though. That'll be Crosby's second of the half. So a clean second half. Only 3 fouls on both teams is checking out of the game Willard. I believe that's Ward for Crosby. As it's inbounded, Chance gets it over to Fuegan, or sorry, that's Winters. Winters air ball on the baseline J. As Dunbar pushes the pace, looking to find some space, and does as he sneaks that ball in. Trayvon Dunbar, second field goal tonight for Trayvon. And the lead grows to 50. 85-35, 4:44 to play. Rebound up and in that time for Devin Fuegan, who's into double figures himself for the Wolcott Eagles as Crosby comes back the other way. 4.5 to play. Dunbar in the corner now. Squeezes it inside to Glenn. They swing it around. Nice ball movement. 3 balls up and good. Gus Viola, the senior forward, showing off the range. Up to 5 on the night. Second field goal. And he extends the lead out to 51. Coach Matt Craig takes a timeout. So he wants to talk it over and possibly get some subs in. We'll see. But we'll take a break as well. This is DET Sports Media, broadcasting live on YouTube. So the huddle breaks, a couple of substitutions in for Wolcott. Nick Scanziano into the game. Stissiv back in. Chance also in there. It's Teddy Macari also in, as we have a over and back violation on Wolcott. Crosby getting possession back at half court. A couple substitutions also for the Bulldogs. Martin Schofield checking into the game for the first time. Shot is up and good, no good, excuse me, by Ward. Rebound inside. Now a nice 3-ball attempt deep, no good. Coming down with the board there is Curtis Winters, pushing back the other way is Chance, running out of that real estate. Thought he stepped on the baseline, throws a wild pass. Now running out is Crosby, driving in, scoop layups, up and in. So Crosby extending the lead out, crossing the 90-point mark. 3.5 to play in this game. Up top, Nick Scanziano now playing catch, whipping it inside to Teddy Macari. Chance with the 3-ball, no good. As it's rebounded, tough fall inside by Stissiv. As it's worked inside. Big man move by Macari, unable to come down with the bucket. As now Winters trapped in the corner, gets it out. 3-ball attempt, no good by Scanziano. Is now in the backcourt. Gus Viola will dribble across the timeline. Under 3 to play now. Crosby works it around. Big lead, no harm in anything. Foul attempt, or a foul on the attempt, excuse me. Is to the free throw line. Crosby will go. The first shot is up and good by Curtis Ellis. Check on the name for Crosby. Gets on the board for the first time. Second shot up and good. So able to connect on both is Ellis. As now Chance crosses the timeline for Wolcott. They swing it around. Corner 3-balls up, no good off the back iron. And Viola comes down with the board, looking to push. Gets it outside to Ellis. Ellis now works up top. Step back, nothing. Gets it to Viola. Now swings it around. 3 balls up and no good. that time by the Bulldogs. Floater got his own miss. Fight for the board. And a good fight it is, coming down with it for Crosby. Is Vaughn Grubb, and now players hit the ground hard. Dunbar. Stisiv. Big collision underneath. 2 shots for the senior Trayvon Dunbar. So now Dunbar settles. Shot is up and no good. Still have a second crack at it though. 2:12 to play. Crosby, big lead here tonight. As the second shot is up and good for Trayvon Dunbar, senior guard for the Bulldogs. Up to 5 now on the senior night. As Wolkett swings it around the horn. Looking to find any opening, skip pass chance. Now Scanziano, bad pass there, nearly turned over. Vaughn getting his hands on it. So now Scanziano gets it back. Met up top, picks up his dribble. Stisiv running out of space underneath. Gets it to Macari, who airballs to short bunny. We're under 2 minutes to play. Ellis in no rush crosses the timeline now. Thinks about the 3-0 doing. Crosby swings it around now. Schofield tries the deep ball, no good. Rebounded by Dunbar. 90 seconds to play. Crosby works it around. Ellis up top finds some space. Floaters up and good. So Curtis Ellis, first bucket of the night. As now Wolkett back the other way. Pull up transition 3 up, no good. Battle for the board. Viola comes up with it, dribbles into a triple team, nearly throws it away. But Grubb is there waiting for it. As we're under 60 seconds to play now. Ellis dancing up top, gets it over to Grubb as he gets it back now. Viola 3-ball up and good. So Gus Viola on senior night, not holding back. Second triple of the night for Gus. 38 seconds to play. Crosby's lead is 61 now. So Wolkett working it around. Good ball movement. Chance open look. No good on the 3-ball attempt. Crosby ending up coming up with it. Viola jump pass to Ellis. Ellis waiting in the backcourt. Got to get past the timeline. Does. 14 seconds to play, and it looks like Curtis Ellis will dribble this one out. So on senior night here for the Bulldogs, Crosby with a resounding win, getting back on track, coming off of 3 straight losses to Holy Cross, Career Academy, and Kennedy. Beating up on the visiting Wolkett Eagles, who fall to 3-15, 98-37. As Crosby improves to 14-5, snapping that 3-game losing streak. Led by senior John Rivera, 36 points. 29 points for the senior, second leading scorer in the state. On the other end of the ball, Terrence Stevens doing all he could for Wolkett, having 12 of their 37 points. But Crosby ultimately coming out on top, as they have 1 regular season game left before we begin postseason play here in the Naugatuck Valley League. So at the end of this one, Crosby again winners, 98-37 on senior night here at the Crosby Palace. We'll see you next time. Signing off, this is Dave Woodruff with DET Sports Media, broadcasting live on YouTube, Waterbury Boys Basketball.